We are back with a Fox News alert. You are looking live right now at the presidential palace in Helsinki, Finland, where President Trump and Putin are meeting at this very moment. Earlier, they addressed the press. Here it is.
I think the world wants to see us get along. We are the two great nuclear powers. We have 90% of the nuclear, and that's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. And I think we hopefully can do something about that, because it's not a positive force, it's a negative force. So we'll be talking about that, among other things.
Here to react, our panel, Stephen Yates, former Deputy National Security Advisor to VP Cheney, along with National Security Analyst Rebecca Grant, and former State Department official under Obama, Pt.3. Great to have you guys back with us this morning. So it is all happening at this moment. They are behind closed doors. If only we could be flies on the wall and hear what was actually being discussed. We were talking, Stephen, earlier about President Trump's mention of China. When they spoke to the press a few moments ago before this meeting, he said, you know, our mutual friend, the president of China, Xi Jinping, did that surprise you? And was that his way of finding some common ground before they dive into some deeper issues?
I wasn't surprised that this topic would come up, but it is one of the things that wasn't really in the tell going into the meeting about the list of things that would likely be addressed. In terms of how the president and his team have been thinking about these issues, this is kind of a return of great power politics in a way. And so there's a lot of content left to be filled in about what role does the United States want Russia to play in Asia, whether it's balancing China or trying to implement a North Korea deal. I think it's a good, rich area to continue the conversation. So I think this is a beginning rather than an answer to that question.
There are a couple things that Putin cares most about, Rebecca, right? Of course, it's his power on the world stage. It's nuclear weapons, which they will likely be discussing in depth there, but also space.
Right.
And that's an important one, and where he might feel a bit intimidated, because President Trump has talked recently about how important that is to him.
That's right. Space and cyber are becoming as important in some ways as nuclear weapons. President Trump dealt himself a high card, proposing a space force and talking about U.S. dominance in space. Russia freaked out. Big statement from the foreign ministry. So this gives Trump some extra maneuvering room in talking with the military issues with Putin. But I think bottom line, for all the issues they'll go through, Trump has to figure out where is Putin's political will to do any kind of deals. He's taking the measure of the man. That's his number one priority right now.
And what is in America's best interest? And David, we continue to go back to Iran, because as low as this relationship is with Russia, ultimately, if they can come together and push Iran out of Syria and make it difficult for their economy, wouldn't that be considered at least a step in the right direction?
That would be fantastic. You know, President Trump called this a personal discussion. They're meeting alone with only the interpreters in the room, so that we don't know what they're going to say about Syria. But Trump's vision and the U.S. vision for Syria is so different from Russia. So I'm not sure if any progress could be made. But that's one area. If that happened, if Russia committed to pushing Iran out of Syria, if Russia committed to backing a solution to Assad leaving power in Syria into a political resolution to the issues in Syria, that would be great. Also, Eastern Ukraine. You know, Russia supports the separatists in Eastern Ukraine. If Russia pulled back its support for the Russian separatists in Eastern Ukraine, that would also be a great accomplishment. Let's see if they make some progress on that.
A lot being discussed at this very moment. Great to have you guys with us.
Thank you
so much. All right, more coverage.